If Randy Moss's situation was not stable, was not firm, he didn't trust you, it wasn't about football. It was about him. See, and that's the difference that he might not get. Who knows? Moss is a complicated character. He's like T.O. I don't think he's ever going to take much responsibility over what happened. But don't tell me that Randy Moss was too much into football, and that's why he got traded away, or that's why he left Minnesota. That's why he left Oakland. That's why he left New England. That's why he left Tennessee. I mean, he had 4 different situations where they got sick of him. The Vikings said, you know what? We're done here. The Raiders were like, we'll take a 4th rounder for him. In New England, where he helped lead, or was one of the biggest parts of the most explosive offense ever, arguably, they finally got sick of him. And then in Tennessee, they got sick of him. That's not a guy that's all about football. That's a guy that is about football, but it's always about him having to feel comfortable in the football. And if he doesn't feel comfortable in the football, then it's not all about the football. You know, he's a self-involved guy. At least he was then. I don't know about anymore. He seems like he's fairly normalized now when I see him on TV. I think he seems pretty interesting, relatively insightful. But then, when he was an immature or more immature Randy Moss, it wasn't just about football. It was about Randy Moss having to feel comfortable being Randy Moss to then allow him to be totally focused on football. And when he was devastating. When it was all about football, he was devastating. And he's obviously a Hall of Famer, and he's obviously one of the greatest wide receivers we've ever seen. But when it comes to Moss, T.O., to a lesser extent, Ocho Stinko, because he wasn't as talented, those diva wide receivers of the 90s and 2000s were just really self-involved human beings.